I was able to launch my own decentralized exchange in the metaverse. If you're an architect, you're able to launch your own buildings. If you're a game developer, you're able to launch your own games. If you're a fashion designer, you're able to launch your own fashion, whatever you were designing. If you're an artist, all kinds of things. If you're an app developer on the phone, you can launch your own applications in the metaverse where users actually own them and control them, and you can develop these income streams. So guys, if you're interested in this kind of content, make sure you stick around for the whole video and subscribe to my channel. So guys, right out of the gate, before I even move forward in this video, this is an example of a meta. So these two parcels here, these are my lands, one at the back, one at the front. You can see the one at the back with Neo in the back, and you can see this one with some strange things on it. This is an example of a meta. Now you can deploy multiple metas. A meta is a metaverse enabled tokenized asset. Now check what happens when I click on it. Boom. You have a decentralized exchange called Mawa-Swap that opens up. Now guys, it's telling me enter amount, but unfortunately, wait, let's do that. Okay, now it's going to calculate. Now it's saying I can trade this Ethereum for 3 mana. There's a $3 worth. Now the reason why it's saying insufficient funds, guys, is because of Ethereum. As I was preparing this video, I used a lot of applications. I ran out my Ethereum. The gas fees are extremely expensive. I think I have about $8 left on this account, but it's still not enough to pay gas fees. So that's a problem with the Ethereum network. But otherwise, if you have enough ETH in your wallet, you can actually change your mana to ETH, and you can change your ETH to mana. And there's some tokens here like True USD, which is another stable coin. So you can do all of this in the metaverse on my piece of land. And I can also further program this application or this ATM to charge a certain fee of anyone that uses it, and I can further program it to support maybe holders of certain NFTs that I have to have a discount as they're trading. Now you see I've gotten some interesting neighbors in my platform. This is called Fantasyland. They're building on the Chinese estate. The way Decentraland works, if you open different estates, different lands, the ones in green are the ones that are directly controlled by Decentraland, and the ones in blue are the estates that were created to designate to specific teams to build out some amazing stuff. And you can see this is essentially the whole map of Decentraland. Now you can do a whole bunch of things, guys. Now that you've seen that, let's go further and see what is going on with this meta. Now, of course, the first thing you see essentially these are the first guys to develop such assets, and they started in 2019. And there's some interesting developments that they've just released that we're going to look at. Now, if you look at their landing page, it's a pretty beautiful landing page, and they've just renovated it, should I say, in the past week or so. So, minting platform, one of a kind. So METAZONE is an NFT minting platform for creators building on the open metaverse. Anyone can purchase Meta in a single click and deploy onto their land. Now guys, as you're deploying that meta thingy that I just showed you, you can actually interact with it almost in real time. That's another thing that these meta things do. Now, this is a concept in the crypto space that's as old as the NFT concept, but is not known by a lot of people. So guys, if you didn't know this, then you're knowing it here the first time. And METAZONE, they're changing their logo. They've changed their logo, as you can see right here, and they explain what it is. So what is a meta, guys? Metaverse enabled tokenized application. That's the full form of the acronym META. So METAZONE NFT metas are the apps of the metaverse. Mobile phone apps live on a smartphone. Metas are held in a wallet but live in the metaverse on land. So purchased apps for a smartphone, the buyer is the owner of that app, but the creator will maintain, enhance, and update the application. So metas are interactive and can be combined together to complement each other for a richer metaverse visitor experience. Now guys, these are some of the metas that are being launched right now because of this new thing where they want to create these meta drops, so you get to see them before they're launched. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Marketplaces for metas. Browse the vast amount of uploaded creations in our storefront of creator generated content. Next level creations can be found in a variety of categories to supply any land with metas. Follow new creators by looking out for meta drops and attend community events. So say goodbye to managing files. They talk about how this platform can be used to manage your GLB files instead of having to store them, import them, store them, import them. You can all manage this here. So guys, there's a very nice section here of the website that we're going to look at. A global meta economy. Each participant in a vital node in the open metaverse ecosystem, and each party needs incentives and rewards to live, work, and play in the metaverse. Very important, guys. Income generation. METAZONE brings everyone together in one meta economy, rewarding each node in a participant to earn. Now, if you're a creator, the heart of the metaverse pumping out unique experiences to immerse the players. Skilled creators have made applications that range from distributed play to earn games to DeFi protocols. So each creator, just like you've seen that little ATM there, and that goes into income splits and all that. It's pretty interesting stuff. So each creator receives a MetaMark NFT where earnings from purchases are automatically deposited to the holding wallet. And if you're an owner acquiring metas via the MetaZone marketplace or secondary markets, they become delegators. So you can delegate it to other people and you get an income stream of the delegators of the ecosystem, which gives them the freedom to install their assets on their own land if you don't have your own land, or lend them out to landowners. So they collaborate with landowners seeking unique and interactive content to get their metas deployed in the metaverse. Any revenue generated metas will be automatically split and deposited in the wallet of the meta NFT, guys. That's mind-blowing, and it's something that exists right now and a lot of people don't know about it. So these are the curators of the metaverse. The landowners are the creators of the metaverse, gathering the best metas to exhibit a cohesive experience to ultimately attract visitors to their land. Assembled attractions have included museums, shops, nightclubs, theme parks, game arenas. Any transactions made on land are automatically split and deposited into the wallet holding that land NFTs. And now we have lastly players in this section. Citizens of the metaverse are the lifeblood of the ecosystem, validating the meta locations with their time and interactions. The variety of metas in the open metaverse gives players the freedom to choose what to play, grind, and upgrade, ultimately earning NFTs and ERC20 tokens. So those tokens you can launch on Ethereum and things like that, finishing the loop on the economics of the metaverse. So any earnings players accrue can be claimed and can be deposited and are deposited in their desired wallet. So is that a direct economic use case or applications when you're looking at these meta things? And then tools to build. They provide you tools to build. METAZONE provides templates and tools to empower any ambitious creators to spin up their own open metaverse or PFP project, or player versus player project, or tie into our all tied into our creators ecosystem, or tied into the whole creators ecosystem. Metaverse, PFP, a rev share, ad network, inventory, so revenue share, ad network, inventory, unbox, upgrade. So these are new revenue streams. How to become a creator is the last part here. For 4 easy steps to become a creator on the METAZONE platform: submit a 3D model or 3D models, source code for your whatever you're doing, or utilize one of our meta templates to streamline your minting experience. Every creation on our platform is reviewed by our team to ensure each meta meets our standards of interoperability, optimally operating in each of our supported metaverses. So create a wallet, create a collection, upload the files, submit for review. And this last part, the migration begins. The meta economy is a global migration and digitization of the real world into the metaverse. We're building a platform for creators to contribute their talents in a collaborative effort to make this migration easier for multiple participants to enter the metaverse, join the economy, and make a living. Follow us on our journey as we help facilitate this great transition. Now, of course, this ties into their partnership, their latest partnership, who's Vault Hill, now an extended reality blockchain-based metaverse designed to make you feel more human. Now we're talking about basically the OGs of development of minting within the NFT space before it became a thing, partnering with Vault Hill. So those are some of the things you have to look at when you're looking at this space. What partnerships are there? Now they have an interesting article that they wrote here. I'm not going to read this thing, but they talk about their new landing page that we've looked at, or that we've looked at essentially, but also their motivations of their logo, and that's one thing that I want to look at. The new logo icon above represents what we are attempting to achieve as a platform, and that is the construction of the metaverse, represented by the square plot of land that you can see here, populated with rising pillars that you can see there within it. So this image wraps up our mission beautifully, despite how complex and vast the meta ecosystem is and will become. We are simply all working together to achieve the same thing: build the metaverse. And the last thing, to stay up to date with our progress and be a part of our fastest growing economy, you can look at their links and so on. Now, these people have, the METAZONE is a distributed platform. Describing what it is, it's a distributed platform for user generated content called metas, or metaverse enabled tokens, which can be purchased and hosted in the open metaverse. Each meta is an NFT that creators can enable with revenue splits. Metas function is installable applications allowing the asset owners to deploy or delegate their content within the metaverse at the click of a few buttons. So guys, we're going to check out more of these applications and how they can actually be seen, or some of the land that has been deployed. But you can also check out their Twitter first, where you can get all the information that you need, all the partnerships like Rovi. So these are all strategic partnerships to enable this interoperability standard that they're trying to develop. And also we have to remember that they've provided so much value to Decentraland, because over 3 million mana, which is a lot of money in terms of dollars, has been traded on their platforms because of people creating these things called metas and actually being able to, well, creating them and being able to trade them. Now, this is what METAZONE looks like. When you go to their homepage, welcome to METAZONE, an app store for Decentraland, a platform for creators, landowners, and players to build the virtual world. And the first thing you see is the eminent drops. So these are the drops or recent metas that have been submitted up for review, and what's listed here is the mana on Polygon, because buying things with mana on Ethereum is extremely expensive, as we've seen in the beginning. So they're launching this new sort of initiative, but with the mana on the Polygon network. Guys, that also goes into the Polygon network, which I'm extremely bullish about. So you can see that, and then you can see the newest metas that you can see. Ethermon here, you can buy that particular meta, deploy it on your land, and you have these Ethermons constantly riding around there. You can deploy a play to earn shooter game right here, a first person shooter game on your plot of land. You can buy this meta and do that, and some of these metas are going for tremendously high prices, as we're going to see. Spiders and so on, some multiple games, buildings, decorations that you can see. Then you can, obviously there are tabs up here, metas, zones, drops, verses, and so on. But the first thing you see as you go into the applications is all the metas being listed, and then after they classify them depending on their use case. Like ad space, you want to trade ad, you want to create an ad space, you can buy a meta, 300 mana. Guys, mana is currently going for about 85 cents, so 300, this is almost $300, and there's a time mana, the token, was going for $5. So basically, not investment advice, not financial advice, but do the math on your own and figure out this demand supply kind of thing. So the other metas as well with advertising, you can buy these billboards, 610 mana, 510. So you can see these things are expensive, and remember, we're in the depth of the bear market and these things are costing this much. So ask yourself, think about that question. So 1,800 mana for this, it's a billboard. Now the other things you can check out, like buildings, over 125 buildings listed here, 650, 125. Some are sold out, some are a reasonable price depending on what you're looking for. Art galleries and Elysium, so basically different names. Extremely rare multi-story house, so if you're into that kind of thing, so names are being given to these different buildings. Refined and efficient 5-story building with a pool, and there's some here 2 floors for heavy armored houses. So guys, you can see the potential revenue streams there for architects, for game developers, for artists, for designers. All kinds of people have a place in this metaverse, or this minting platform that's going to evolve into something massive in the future. Customizable decorations, and then you can see DeFi. This is essentially where I bought the ATM that you saw earlier, which is 180 mana for now, only 18 out of 50 of them left. And also Ethermon Game Jam. So Ethermon games are being submitted and they're waiting for review by the team, and when they're listed, essentially Ethermon will be able to raise money by selling these games or these applications that they're creating, and then through that they can be able to grow. So we're talking about this value transition, or this value share, this accrued value that's shared within the economy, and a platform that's presenting itself with a new idea, but not really new, but rather being able to create an idea or to materialize an idea that people can leverage in a quite interesting way. So we're seeing some of these futuristic ideas that actually work, which takes us back to the point of real world use cases of digital currencies. You can go into games and you can purchase different games. Most of these games, guys, they're quite expensive because there's a cost to play them. For example, you can see the spider game, 33,000 mana. You can see this one, 20,000 mana. Some of these games you have to pay 10 mana to play them. So when you purchase this thing, if people visit your land and they want to use some of these applications, some of them are free to play, but if you want to compete and be placed on a billboard of some sorts to show that they've been the top players, then some of them cost up to 10 mana to play, which this is revenue going to you. Of course, they split revenue. The creator gets a certain percentage, but you get the lion's share of whatever is being created. Where you can see other types of metas, like this screen display interactive TV screen going for 400 mana. As the metaverse develops, the creators of these metas will be able to upgrade them, and they'll be able to fit into the new functionalities that we're looking at as this space develops, which means you're not left in the dark, but rather your NFTs continue to grow and they serve a more fundamental purpose than just pictures on a screen. So we're looking at utility use cases, true utilities. These are examples of non-playable characters, like this bot that can talk to some of the visitors on your land. Some of these moon miner poses for the NPC character. So different poses that your character can have, so depending on what you want, and these categories will continue developing as we move forward. Essentially, the use cases are going to continue developing, and also we have things like vehicles and cars. Not that many there, similar creator for these cars, but they exist. You can see the Tesla Cybertruck over here, and these other Tesla looking like a Cybertruck, futuristic kinds of things. These are designs that you can buy to place on your land. Otherwise, this metaverse space is free. You can always design your own stuff and deploy it. But to see this kind of interoperability standard, a use case that's spread out, so instead of creating everything on your own, you can actually reach out there and buy things similar to applications on your phone that can do or perform services that you are actually looking for. Now, of course, when you explore the website more, you can see things like zones. These zones are examples of places or people that bought metas and deployed them. So they show you this person, for example, deployed 58 metas on their zone, 46 metas. So it goes in that hierarchy, in that descending order, highest to lowest deployer. And also when you go to drops, you can see some of the drops that have been listed, the most recent drops and the ones that are under review and they're coming soon. So if there's something interesting that you see, I wish they would add a feature for favorites, so you could add something as a favorite in case it drops, you are aware of it. But I'm sure in some way you can sign up with an email to their platform such that you get notified of what's happening. And of course, you can look at your profile when you sign up with them to look at what you've interacted with, some of the metas you've bought, your land assets, if you want to look at your land assets and stuff like that. You can view more details, some other metas that were airdropped into my wallet, like the meta key. And what you're seeing here to the side, that's essentially the current look of my Decentraland character. So these are all wearables. The net you're seeing in the background, the crown that you're seeing, this type of face, the jacket, all those are NFTs or tokenized assets essentially that could be traded on the blockchain. They're owned by me, and they're only as limited as their supply is. So if the creator created 10 of them, that's all that will ever exist. And if they increase in their utility, obviously their value might also increase. So guys, I try to show you this to put into perspective these kinds of interoperability standards that are starting, and also to present to you some companies basically looking at the development of some of the probably going to be some of the biggest companies as we move forward in this metaverse arena. It's not companies that front themselves as leaders of the metaverse, but rather companies that started with the focus of developing applications that people can use and now have an actual use case. They have actual infiltration within the market, and they have proper market fit products that people are using, and hence providing real value to people. So guys, I really hope you learned something in this video. I urge you to go ahead and continue exploring some of these concepts, because you just don't know where you might end up. Alright guys, I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.